Today we are going to discuss about loop control statements in Python. So loop control statements, that means that these statements are used to control the execution of the loop. Okay, these statements are used to control the execution of the loops. So that means that's what we mean loop control statements. So break and continue are going to be used only inside the loop statements, inside the loop code only. Okay, so there is a purpose for break, there is a purpose for continue. When you will use break, when you will use continue is totally depends on the use case or the business logic you are writing. So there is a purpose for break, there is a other purpose for continue. So first we go through the theory part of this, what is break and continue, and after that we'll do some more examples on break and continue. Then after that, we will get to know what is break, what is continue, what is the behavior of break, what is the behavior of continue, and everything we will get to know end of this class. Okay. So let me open the document loop control statements in Python. So loop control statements are used to change the flow of execution. These can be used if you wish to skip an iteration, stop an execution. So So the three types of loop control statements are break statement, continue statement, and forget about this pause statement. This is not comes under the loop control. Basically, pause is some Python keyword used to implement some unimplemented syntax structure. But forget about this pause statement. There are two control statements: break statement and continue statement. So the break statement. Based on given condition, the break statement stop the execution, bring the control out of the loop. I will tell you what do you mean by this definition. Break is a built-in keyword in Python. So, here if you observe it, example on break statement. Create a list of odd numbers between 1 to 20. Use while and break. Especially they specify like you should implement a logic to find out the odd numbers between 1 to 10, 1 to 20. And they also specified that you should use only while and break logic to implement this. So here num is equal to 0. Odd nums is equal to list. While num. This, it is going to like complicate for you now. But what I will do is, first I will write a simple examples by using the break statement. And after that, I will come to these examples later. So let me open the Python IDL. Okay. So for example, we have a something like data equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6 comma 7 comma 8 comma 10. Okay. And this is the data we have. So now write a program to find given number in the data list or not. Write a program to find given number in data list. This is our data. Data contains this list, right? Basically, data is a list object. That list object contains these many numbers. So given number in the sense, let's say number is equal to 5. Okay, number is equal to 5. Now, sorry, 6. Now I want to check this given number is available in this list or not. So you can use in operator directly, you can figure out. But I want to use for and break statement in this example. So for example, for num in data, For num in data means I'm iterating over this list. Colon, enter. If number, if number, if num equal to number, if this num equal to this number means 6. Basically, whatever numbers we are getting in the loop, checking against this given parameter 6. So print simply found. Simply found. Into just I'm printing some characters here for your understanding. Let me print only some stars. So let's see that. So in this context, when I run this program, Python is going to start this loop, right? Once it started the loop, after that it will check the condition num. Every first time, what is the num value? 1, right? 1 equal to number. What is the number value? 6. Basically here 1 equal to 6. Is it true or false? False, right? If it is false, this print statement is not going to execute because this print statement is available inside this if condition. When this if condition returns true, then only this print statement is going to execute. In our use case, when the given number is available here, we have to print found. In this case, 1 is equal to 6. 1 is equal to 6. It's a false, right? That's why it won't go inside. And after that, it will print this statement. Star will come. Again, and it will go and pick the next value 2. Now num value is 2. 2 equal to 6. 2 equal to 6. Still it is false only. It will print this statement and go and pick the next value. Now num value is 3. 3 equal to 6. False. So it will go here, print this statement, get the new value. Now num value is 4. Still false. Num value is 5. Still false. When num value is 6, 6 equal to 6, it's a true now, right? When true, this print statement found is going to be printed into the output screen. So after that, it will go and print this statement. See, here our job is completed or not? Here our job is completed or not? It is going to pick the another value, right? Here, 7. False. Next 8. False. 10. False. So let me run this program. See it here. How many times this loop is iterated? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? Yes or no? 9 times it iterated, right? In 9 times, which iteration it passed? It printed the found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 iteration only, right? Let me see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the 6th iteration, found is executed because in 6th iteration, what is the num value? 6 only, right? 6 equal to this number 6. True. That's why found is executed. After that, it is going to 7, 8, 9. For those, found is not coming because those are not equal to 6. That's why found not came. Found came only when this condition is satisfied. Yes or no? But if you observe here, see, if we clearly observe it, write a program to find a given number in the data list. Here we found it, right? Here found it in which iteration? In 6th iteration. After founding, our job is completed, right? So our job is completed. Even after our job is completed, it iterated rest of the elements, right? Yes or no, guys? Again, it iterated 3 times for 7 and 8 and 9. So what if we do like this? Break. One, two, three, four, five, six. Sixth attempt, this found is executed. After that loop is terminated here. Did you observe it? This print statement is not executed for 7 and 8 and 10. That means that this loop is terminated here. As soon as the break statement is getting executed inside the loop, break is going to terminate this loop, start executing outside elements. Let's say here we have print outside for loop, for example. So this print statement is going to execute always after completion of this for loop, right? So let me run this program. Found outside for, right? If you remove the break here, see the output. After found, it is getting these output, right? Again, these all lines in the output. Clear? But when you use break, after once found printed, the loop is getting terminated. As soon as break statement is executed inside the loop, this loop will be terminated. Terminated in the sense, Python loop is going to stop in this iteration itself. It is not going to pick the next iteration and execute this loop again, because we applied the break for the loop. Once break is applied, loop will be terminated. After termination of the loop, Python control goes outside this loop. What is outside? This is the outside of the loop, right? So that's why whatever code we write here, those lines of code is going to be executing here. Everyone clear? Let me print num also, guys, for your understanding. Here, let me remove this. This is also, I think, creating confusion for you. Just to print the number, that's it. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. When 6 came in, when 6 came here, found is executed. Once found is executed, Python control break is executing here, right? Once break is executed, Python terminates this loop and Python control goes outside this loop. So start executing outside the for loop statements. Are you clear on this? What is happening here? If you do not use break statement here, let me run this. Even though you found the element, unnecessarily it is iterating the remaining 3 iterations, right? Why do we need to? You can stop it, right? Because our job is completed at 60 iteration only. Why do we need to iterate remaining items? Because we already found what you need here, right? We no need to iterate over the rest of the elements. In this scenario, if you want to stop the loop explicitly, you can use break statement. Once break is executed, this loop is terminated. That means that these rest of the iterations are not going to be executed in the loop. Outside for. So write another example. Write a program to search given name in friends list. So I'm writing very simple example for you. Let's say friends list equal to, I'm just randomly creating some names, okay? So we have the, and let me write another name also. So we have these names. Okay, I want to check. Let's say I want to check this particular name. Let's say is available in this friends list or not. How do you check it, guys? We can use for loop if in the operator, that's fine. But for friend underscore name in friends list, if same thing, right? If name equal to friend name, for example, into name found in list. So here, if you observe it here I'm not using any break statement, right? In this context, I am just running this program. I am just seeing that name found in list because this particular string is available here. That's why this in second iteration, this condition is satisfying and printing this statement. So our job is, what is our job? Write a program to search given name in the friends list. In this case, how many friends we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 friends are there. So the possibility is our friend name could be anywhere in this 4 names, right? 4 positions. So that's why we are iterating over this list. In first iteration, friend name Sai will come. Sai is equal to Punna. Punna is equal to friend name is Sai, right? Sai. False. Next iteration, what is the friend name? Punna. So this name is Punna and the friend name is also Punna, right? So it is true. Name found is in the list is printing. So our job is completed, right? In second iteration itself, our job is completed. We figured out name is found in the list. And why do we need to iterate the rest of the 2 iterations? Because our job is completed. It is unnecessary. Why do we need to iterate over the rest of the elements? Right? In this context, we have only 4 elements. But in reality, what if we have a 10,000 names here? You found your whatever Punna name at the 1000 line, why do we need to iterate over the 9,000 times? Because we already found it 1000th position. Why do you need to iterate over the rest of the names, right? We are done, right? Are able to follow?
Yes.
So you need to stop the loop, right? Because our job is completed here. Simply apply break. Once you apply break, once break statement executed, this loop will be stopped. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
So let me print every friend name. Friend name. I am not applying break here. Just see it. Here, what is happening? What is the first item? Sorry. What is the first item? Sai, right? Friend name is Sai. Punna equal to Sai. False. You will go and pick the next item. What is the next name? Punna, right? Punna printed here. So name is Punna. Friend name is also Punna. It's a true, right? If it is true, name found in the list is printed. So here after that, it is going again and picking the next value and checking this condition again, right? See it. This condition false. That's why it will go and picking the next value, Badra. And this condition is false. So there are no items left here. Loop is terminating by default, right? But in this context, unnecessarily, I am iterating over these 2 items, right? Even though my job is completed here itself. Yes or no? హలో ఎవరోని అర్థమవుతుందా? ఫాలో అవుతున్నారా? సో అదే నేను ఇక్కడ బ్రేక్ అప్లై చేశాను సింప్లీ మనం ఇక్కడ ఫిగర్ అవుట్ చేసాం కాబట్టి ఐటమ్ ఫౌండ్ అయింది కాబట్టి బ్రేక్ చేస్తున్నాం. బ్రేక్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏంటంటే ఈ లూప్ టర్మినేట్ అయిపోద్ది. ఎండ్ వరకు వెళ్ళి టర్మినేట్ అయ్యే బదులు మన ఎక్స్ప్లిసిట్ గా టర్మినేట్ చేయడం బెటర్ కదా.
Yes.
So let me run this program. If break statement, after printing this, break statement is executed. Once break statement executed, loop is terminated. That's the reason why this Span and Swapnil and Bhadra not coming here, right? Because loop is terminated because of break statement. So in simple terms, break is used to stop or terminate the loop statement. Loop statement. So next is continue statement. So in simple terms, continue is used to skip the current iteration. So continue statement is used to skip the current iteration in the loop. So let me tell you this. So for, let's say, values equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Write a program to print all values except to 3 and 7. Everyone understood this problem statement? Write a program to print all values except 3 and 7. Here, this is our list of values. In this, our requirement is I want to print every value except 3 and 7. I don't want to print 3 and 7 here. So that means that we need to skip the iteration when 3 came, or when we need to skip the iteration when value is 7. So how do you skip the iteration? For I in values, colon, if I in 3, 7, continue, print I. Here, as soon as whenever the continue state, when this condition is true, this continue statement is going to be executed, right? Once the continue statement execute, rest of the statements are not going to execute. Once continue executed, Python control goes to the next iteration again. It is just to skip the current iteration execution. So in this case, for I in values, if I in 3, 4, what is I value? 1, right? 1 in, for example, let me trace you the debugger. 1, very first time 1. 1 in 3, 7. Okay. 3, 7. What is the output? When Python starts it, what is the first value? 1 is assigned to I, right?
Yes.
I in 3, 7 means 1 in 3, 7 internally. It's a false. It's a false. It's false means this continue is not going to execute. When this continue, where it is there inside the if condition, right? When this condition is true, When this condition is true, then only continuous statement is going to execute, otherwise not. So in this case, it is a false. It directly go here, print this I. So 1 is going to print into the screen. And after that, it will go and get the new next value, 2, right? Now I is equal to 2. 2 in 3 comma 7. Is it true or false? False only, right? False. So it will come here, execute this. And after that, value is 3. I value is 3. 3 in 3 comma 7. It's a true now, right? If it is true, if once if condition is true, if block is going to execute, right? Inside if block we have only continuous state. Once continue execute, it will just skip the current iteration code and go and start the next iteration 4. So that means that this print statement is not going to execute when continue executed here, because continue behavior is, it will, as soon as continue statement executed inside the loop, it just skip the current iteration execution and go and start the new iteration. So next iteration. Next, what is the I value? 4. False, right? False. If false means it will go and print this. This continue won't execute here. After that, 5. False. 6. False. 7. It's a true, right? Once it is true, it is going to execute continue. Once continue execute, rest of the statements in loop is going to be skipped. Once continue execute, it will go and start the new iteration again. So let me run this program. Is it executing as per expectation or not? 1, 2, 3 skipped here, right? 3 not printed. 4, 5, 6, 7 is skipped. 8 printed, right? That means that our logic is executing. So now what is the takeaway from this example is, whenever the continue statement executed inside the loop, the current execution is going to be skipped and it is going to start the next iteration and pick the available item, next available item. Continue statement is used to skip the current iteration in the loop. That's what this behavior. But in case instead of continue, if you use break, it will terminate the loop. It will don't go and pick the next value. It permanently terminate the loop if you use break statement here. But if you use continue, only the current iteration is going to be stopped, skipped, and go and start the next iteration. That is the difference between break and continue. Are you able to follow the continue statement?
Yeah. Yes. And
So these are the examples. For example, here num is equal to 1, odd nums is equal to empty list. I'm just taking one empty list. While num means 1, right? True. Num module 2 not equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, it's an even number. Not equal to 0 means it's an odd number. Nums dot append num. 1 is going to add into this list. If num greater than or equal to 20, break. Here, what is our create a list of odd numbers between 1 to 20. Once the number became at 20, we need to break the loop, right? Because here condition is, it is not going to be false, right? It's there to value checking here. So this loop is going to terminate by using the break statement. Okay. Another example, stop execution of current number is 5. Use for and break. So break, when we'll use, where we use break is going to use inside the loop context, inside the loop block. Here for num in range of 1,11, when number is 5, we are terminating it, otherwise printing it. As soon as number num become 5, loop is going to be stopped. If number is some other value other than 5, else is going to be executed here. A continuous statement we already is used to skip the current iteration while condition met allows the loop to continue with the next iteration. But whenever continuous statement executed, it will stop the current iteration, skip the current iteration, and go and start the next iteration, continues the next iteration. In case of break statement, it permanently stop the loop. Control goes outside the loop state. So it does not bring the control out of the loop, unlike a break statement. Because as soon as break is executed, Python control comes outside that loop statement. But continue is just skip the current iteration, control still inside the loop to start the next iteration. Here is the example. Continue status. Skip the current iteration if the current number is 6. Use while and continue statement. Here num is equal to 0, num less than 10, num plus 1. When num is equal to 6, continue. Here when the number is 6, skipping the iteration, that means that whatever code available after continue, it is not going to execute. So that's why it is skipping the 6th value. So what it does is, except 6, it is going to print all the values. Here also same thing. Here we used for loop, here we used here we used while loop, here we used the for loop. The concept is same here and here. So pass statements, see, just it is just for it. Pass is a built-in keyword in Python, which we just use to pass the syntax checking. If we can write pass here, later you can remove this and implement your business logic. This would be used while while writing code with uncompleted blocks, business logic. Let me tell you this. For example, if 10 greater than 20, here I don't know what business logic needs to write. For now, if I run this, what it is going to give? Syntax error, right? Line number 171, we got the syntax. Here, sorry, 1 minute. When I run this program, we got the syntax error because here I defined the if code, but I did not define any body statements of the if, right? So because I don't know what business I want, but I want to write in future. So in order to avoid this syntax error, you can use the pass here. So it won't raise any syntax checking. It will just pass. Syntactically, it makes correct. Later, I want to add some business logic here. I can remove that and add it. See it. You can add pass. Pass is just to use it to fill this block with some. It is just to use it to avoid the syntax error while defining blocks. Clear?
Yeah.
This is about break and continue.